Welcome back to Gene and Roger Talk Movies. It's a special episode once again. Every time you see Melissa Starkey, you'll know it's a special episode, which means Gene's on vacation, and that gives us the opportunity to do movies that Gene in no way would ever want to watch.
Yeah, never.
And so I was asking Starkey, what would you like to do? And for reasons I don't understand, she said, I want to do I Spit on Your Grave.
I did.
1978.
Yes. The good one.
Starkey, tell us about how awesome this movie is.
So this movie, for all of the movies, the horror movies that you watch that can like make you uncomfortable or just, it just takes you out of your whole existence. This is the most brutal, there's very little theatrics with it. Like there's nothing. Like I think what did they spend like $80,000?
Well, and there's not even a soundtrack.
Yeah, like it's like just those guys.
There's no music going on.
Yeah. Like you hear like the four most awful, like stereotypical 70s, like they think they're just everything. Go after this woman who has done nothing wrong, like wonderful, but nothing but sweet. And I mean, it's what, 100 minutes? I don't even know. Yeah. And it goes fine downhill and it never stops.
Right.
And yeah, there's really very little relief from the stuff.
Be warned that this movie is basically about these four individuals, one of whom has a significant mental disability.
Matthew. Yeah.
Repeatedly raping this girl for the first, 40 minutes of the film.
Well, he's trying.
Right.
So how this goes, this woman, she stops to get gas. She is by no means scantily clad. No. And I know like back in the 70s, 80s, like that was the thing, you were asking for it. Her dress is past her knees. Mm-hmm. Just needed gas, which do you remember how much that gas was?
Oh, I know. It
was like $5 or something to fill up a full tank. It was like, what?
Yeah, it
was... But she is just renting out a cabin and wants to write a novel and just have some peace and quiet. Mm-hmm. And she does not get that at all.
No, she, wrong place, wrong time with
for sure.
With these four. And it was interesting because the gas station attendant, the guy who apparently owns the gas station, maybe, mm-hmm. later in the film, they make a point to show that he's also happily married with 2 kids and all this stuff. And it's just like, what set this guy off? Because he's the ringleader of this whole thing. The other 2 guys are just a bunch of unemployed losers.
Right.
And then there's the mentally challenged guy.
Well, he worked.
Yeah, he works, but, he's easily manipulated by this guy. Right. And so what brought him to this level of depravity and then pull the other 3 guys into this level of depravity? And later on in the film, when Camille Keaton is having her vengeance now, mm-hmm. There's significant dialogue sequences where all of them are basically saying like what you just said. Oh, well, you were asking for it, and
right, you tease.
It was someone else wanted me to do it. I'm totally innocent in all this, because the whole premise is the first 40 minutes of this movie is just rape scene after rape scene, and then she goes on her vengeance killing spree. And during that time, she basically goes for it and really exacts her vengeance in a significant way.
Right. I thought it was really cool that and unnecessary, I guess, but how she goes in and asks God for forgiveness first.
Right.
And then, but it's like anybody watching, like you're watching it and you're like, go get him. Mm-hmm. Like you have all the right.
Yeah, because the cover line, of course, is no jury in America would convict her.
Oh, God, no.
But it is, of course, is it eye for an eye kind of thought process here. She's gone through a horrific multiple rapes, basically was left for dead. The one guy was trying to convince the mentally challenged guy to go kill her. Mm-hmm. Instead of doing that, he rubs blood all over the knife. And
he couldn't do it,
they think she's dead, but now she's back to exact her vengeance. But I just, it's not a pleasant movie to watch, but I like it.
I do too. And it's so weird because I think that the level that they took it, because you got to think like you're filming this and people are like, okay, that's got to be it. And then it's not. Right. And then it's just like the blood that's coming from not weapons is, it just, it shocks you. Like you can't watch that movie and not be like, what?
Yeah. No, it is definitely a advanced horror film, I guess would be the way to put it. It's not your weapons movie or a Friday the 13th movie or something like that. It's that really deep down into the levels of depravity, and to its credit, because when this movie first came out, and you may have remembered this, Melissa, it was criticized for being misogynistic and glorifying rape, and I did not and do not see that in this movie at all.
No.
Right? It is dirty and nasty, and you are feeling it from the Camille Keaton character, the person who's being raped, as opposed to some sort of joyous event. And so it's interesting how over time this movie has been reappraised as almost a feminist picture, where she then takes charge at the end and takes care of business. And so it was interesting because Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel both absolutely hated this movie. They rallied against it, but I don't know what movie they were watching really, because it was not doing all of that stuff.
No, not at all. And it's a cult classic. Yeah. And it's been redone. And there's I know you don't care for remakes often. But I think that they did really well with that too, and making her like the woman character very much like it wasn't her asking for it. It wasn't like the whole, like there being a tease or anything. And not that makes you asking for it. Full disclosure. I'm just saying I don't think there's anybody like, yes, there's locker room talk. I mean, girls do it too. Like, oh, you saw it, whatever. It's no part of that are you cheering for the men in that movie. You want every one of them to suffer horribly.
Yep. And they do.
And they do.
And there is probably the most famous scene in the film is the bathtub scene where she just takes care of that guy.
Yes, she does. And he, I do want to know why did she put that lock on the outside of the door? How did she lock him in?
That is a weird sequence there where, and there's another sequence I'll talk about in a second, but who locks the bathroom from the outside with one of those types of sliding locks?
That didn't make any sense to me. But
my only thought is that was part of her overall plan. And so she had put it up there because she knew she was going to get him into the bathtub at a certain point and do what she did.
We'll go with that because I love the movie and I don't want to find flaws.
Well, did you see the one biggest flaw in the entire film when she's initially running through the woods and she gets up to that tree and she kind of breaks that tree down and she's running? If you look to the left of the screen, there is a crew member just standing there. Yes.
No, I didn't see it.
It is awesome. I will actually clip that scene into the thing if you're watching it on YouTube.
I'll be like, bloop.
Because, it's just some random person standing there, and here's this girl screaming, and these other guys doing their woo-woo, trying to catch her, and then it's just some random person standing there.
I missed it.
It's great, actually. I love that part.
Yeah.
But, the overall tone of this is not pleasant. It is very dark and disturbing, and rape is presented as it should be, very traumatic and violent and not pleasurable for anyone. And then the vengeance scenes are, it's good stuff, and the movie just kind of stops, right? It doesn't have a real ending other than she has accomplished her goal, which is exacting her vengeance on everyone. And then the movie, kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I was just going to say that.
Just kind of stops.
Yeah. As she's getting away. Mm-hmm. And it's, and you're like, okay, there's going to be more. But and you want to know. You want to know what happens to her. Like
Well, and I also think, though, that Camille Keaton, and I hate using this term, how brave she is, but what a brave performance here, because she is completely naked. She is getting repeatedly raped in various sequences. Yeah. She's covered with dirt and grime and mud and blood and everything else. And that's like the first 45 minutes of the film.
Right.
You know, and so she is really putting it out there as far as I'm an actress. I believe in this material.
Right.
I want to present it in a way that's believable, which I
It
do.
is. Yeah.
And just a really strong performance from her for sure.
Yeah.
And just kind of the overall grimy 70s camera work and stuff. It's, yeah, you're in a world you don't want to be in, but you come out on the other side going, you know, I have maybe a better empathy for people when they say things that they've gone through traumatic experiences or whatever and things like that. And so definitely not, you know, I'm not going to recommend this movie, but it's worth seeing if you can handle that type of material. If you're a horror film fan that's all about Final Destination movies or I Know What You Did Last Summer movies, Scream movies, this is not for you. No. If you're more down into the Last House on the Lefts or, you know, even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Necromantic that we've done before, this is definitely one you should watch. And I just think I'm glad it's been reappraised over the years because it deserves more credit than it was given initially.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's outstanding what they did. Like even the audio on it is so terrible, but it just all comes into play. Like, cause it took place quite a while ago.
Right.
And it's so very real.
Yep.
And yeah, outstanding acting.
And I think one of the things we have the Laserdisc here with the cover. And for those of you that don't know, that is Demi Moore's butt on there. So,
she confirmed it.
Yeah, she did. She was working on a film, I think it was Parasite, and the director of this movie needed to do a nice cover. And so he said, I like the look of this girl. Can you just be on our cover?
That's objectifying
right.
women.
And so was she in the movie? No, but she's on the poster. No. So...
and that was some trivia I bet Roger didn't think I knew. But he asked me earlier, and I knew.
I did, and you knew it. So good work, Starkey. I'm in good company with Melissa Starkey,
always.
Right?
Yes.
Because, you know, I like going down roads like I Spit on Your Grave and Necromantic and whatever other crazy movie we decide to do in the future when Jean can't be here.
That's right.
And it's a joy to have Melissa Starkey.
Oh, thank you. It's a joy to be on, and I hope Jean's having a great vacation.
Well, we'll see. Any further things to say about I Spit on Your Grave? Great title, by the way.
My fantasy football team name is I Spit on Your Team, so I'm taking this gig very serious.
That's right. Originally called Day of the Woman, and it didn't make any money as Day of the Woman.
I can see that.
And so whoever renamed it I Spit on Your Grave knows what he's talking about as far as horror movies. Anyway, Melissa, thanks so much for being on.
Anytime.
We will catch you the next time with some other completely off-the-wall insane movie.
Perfect.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
See ya.